Big breaking news now coming in connection with the Muda land case. We're learning the Karnataka Lokayukta has visited the plots which are at the center of this scam. Well, Lokayukta chief officer is leading the PROM team, we are learning, and Lokayukta officers are inspecting the plot site at the moment. Well, we have my colleague Pratibha joining us on the broadcast here, getting us more on that. Pratibha, what more details? All right, Pratibha will be joining us in just a bit. We'll try and get more details into this. Meanwhile, what we are learning is that the Lokayukta investigation officers have visited the 3.16 acre land in Mysuru, which is at the heart of the controversy. And this investigation is being led by the Lokayukta chief officer, T.J. Udesh. The officers have inspected the land. Remember, before this also, there was a big development that took place when the Karnataka Chief Minister's wife also had offered to return the plots that were given to her in lieu of the 3.16 acre land that she had to give up a few years back in 2021 when after this controversy has erupted. Now we are learning now at this point in time the investigation is taking place and the Lokayukta investigation officers have inspected this very site which is at the heart of the controversy, the 3.16 acre land in Mysuru, over which a huge controversy has erupted now. This was visited by the Lokayukta officers. However, we'll try and get more details as to what progress has taken place in terms of the investigation that is happening in connection with the Muda land case. Well, there is a lot of pressure, of course, that's mounting on Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. The BJP is asking for his resignation. However, the Karnataka Congress has clearly said that the Chief Minister is not going to resign and he is going to fight back. Meanwhile, the investigation has already started and the Lokayukta investigation officers had visited the land site today. These are latest visuals that have come in at this point in time. All right, my colleague Pratibha is joining us on the broadcast. Pratibha, what more details do we have?
What we know is that after the FIR that has been registered, all eyes have been on the kind of investigation that will take place by the Lokayukta officials. And what we hear is that the Lokayukta officers have gone to the exact spot where the entire allegations first began, and which is the 3.16 acres of land that originally belonged to a different family and then bought over by Siddaramaiah's brother-in-law, later gifted to Siddaramaiah's wife, and that is the exact land which was taken over by Muda for development and was later compensated with a different set of plots, 14 plots that we are talking of, but it was of higher value, and it was also in prime land in Mysuru's Vijayanagara area, which has become the point of contention as far as the BJP leaders are concerned. And that is entirely where the entire scam began, and this has put Siddaramaiah as well as his family in the dock. Today we are talking of the investigation that has proceeded with the FIR of the Lokayukta, also the ED registering a case, and then a new twist is Siddaramaiah's wife writing a letter to Muda stating that she would be returning those 14 plots of land. And Siddaramaiah himself has taken to social media talking about how this has hurt his wife as far as the political conspiracy is concerned, and has also apologized to his family members with this. Now, what will happen with the return of this land? How will this affect the investigation is also something that needs to be closely watched, because we are talking of Siddaramaiah facing different calls for his resignation. And here we are at one of the events that is going to be attended by Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. All eyes are on the reaction that we would pick up from the Congress camp, because he has been huddled in meetings after meetings with legal experts trying to see how he can thwart this investigation as far as the ED is concerned, and how he can fight the entire Muda case as well. Will he be heading to the Karnataka High Court's division bench, or will he be heading to the Supreme Court, or will he cooperate with this investigation at all? There are three different angles to the story, and it is only a matter of time when we will know the answers to each of them.
Okay, also help us understand here, Pratibha, you've been tracking this story since some time now, and there are, of course, a lot of big developments that are taking place. On a daily basis, we are looking at a new twist in the story, of course. Well, Siddaramaya's wife, of course, has now requested that the plots, the land which is at the heart of the controversy here, the 14 plots, she is willing to return them. But okay, the FIR was registered by Mysuru-based Lokayukta police on September 27, after which the Lokayukta officers today visited the Muda land. And the ED also filed a case against Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah yesterday. So, is it part of the same investigation that is taking place? Or are these parallel investigations that are going to take place, one by the ED and one by the Lokayukta?
As far as the two investigations go, one is dealing with the Muda scam entirely, and that is the FIR registered at the Lokayukta. The other is a money laundering case that has been filed by the same complainant, Snehamai Krishna, but it is in relation to the Muda scam. And when you talk of the money laundering, then it comes under the PMLA Act, and that is exactly what has been taken into consideration as far as the ED case is concerned. But with this money laundering, what we hear as reactions from the Congress camp is that there has been no financial transaction, and how can that amount to a money laundering case has been a question that has been raised by several Congress leaders here. But with respect to Snehamai Krishna, who is the main complainant with the Lokayukta as well as the ED, he has been suggesting that many of the forged documents have resulted in financial transactions as well, and that has benefited Siddaramaiah as well as his family members. That has been the gist of the complaint that we have received. But we have to wait to see how the ED would issue summons as well as investigate into Siddaramaiah's case as well as the money laundering case, look at the financial transactions as well as look at the assets as well as the plot of land. Now that is a parallel investigation that is yet to commence, but as far as the Lokayukta goes, yes, the investigation is already commenced with respect to the inspection of the land.
In connection with the matter here, as the probe is going on, and the ED, of course, is looking into the money laundering angle at this point in time. Meanwhile, thank you so much, Pratibha, for getting us all those details there.